Hola amigos, soy Jaime y estás oyendo a las Misconceptions podcast. Jaja.
I don't know what happened. I guess my brain restarted. I've got all these bad memories. Well, maybe they're just nightmares. I'm really hoping they're nightmares, because otherwise I killed people. A crane fell, I trapped my crew, and killed children and mobsters. I don't know what's going on. I'm really hoping these are just bad dreams and not the person that I was before. I'm trying to be a better person. I don't want to be known for killing people and shooting a kid in a sewer. That doesn't sound like me.
Okay. God damn. Jaime.
I'm sorry.
What'd you do, Jaime?
My laptop decided it was Windows Update striking again. I looked over at my laptop and it's like updates completing, and I was like, what? And then it turns on and it goes doo 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 doo.
Jaime, and his face as he turned to us, it's like, did they hear that? It was such the groundhog that turns around suddenly.
Yes.
Da, da, da. It had that energy.
Are they meerkats
Artie.
from the Lion King that are like,
Artie. Artie, stop.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny.
well, and I laughed internally and I was doing okay, and then I looked at David bent over laughing and I was like, oh man.
And I was looking down writing something, so I heard the noise, but I didn't see any of the interaction. So I was looking at Tessa and David and I was like, what happened?
Why are they laughing so hard?
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand.
I don't know if
This was the
I don't know if I've ever seen Jaime stand that tall and his eyes open that wide. He's like, what? Okay. Previously on Misconceptions, the crew was recovering from their first failed mission after 3 months of being apart. They tried to break into City Hall as the most wanted people in the city, and things did not go well and quickly escalated. It escalated to the point of Bill pretending that he had a bomb strapped to his chest and becoming a terrorist and fleeing the scene. Faye came face to face with Pip Hamil, but luckily Pip Hamil did not seem to recognize her. And then the crew kind of came together, but not before their secret location underneath Morty's bar was compromised. Ren tried to send a secret message to Faye and failed, and that brought down the heat on all of them. And Ren kind of passed out. He had a vision where he was speaking to his mythos, and his mythos showed him a vision of the future that he had to prevent. And apparently the only way to prevent this future from happening is to kill Deja Delacroix, an employee at Pascal and Associates, and Ren's love interest.
Yeah.
They've had lots of awkward moments and they kissed once, so I guess that is a love interest. But Ren had to grapple with that and coming to terms with that, and it did crack a few of his logos. Or not, it put a crack in his logos.
Yeah.
Anyways, the crew came back together at Bill's new digs, the Darkwater Detention Facility Island. They discussed what they needed to do. They needed to clear their names, of course, but before they could do that, they needed to expose Pip and save the city. So a plan was made. That was very passive voice. They made a plan, and then they went to bed, had some different visions, different discussions, different heartfelt moments. but then we pick up our episode. Where do we pick up our episode?
Sending the email. Do we want to just jump right in?
Sure. Think of it as a movie. Where do we jump in? What's exciting?
I want to get some stakeout action going at some point, but it has to start with
that's
an
what
email.
I was thinking. Okay. Okay, so start there, and then we'll transition to y'all doing
Yeah.
stakeout stuff. Cool.
Okay. So where do we pick up at?
So you pick up at the real fake Leslie Williams sitting at her desk, sending an email, and you see it is to Pip Hamil at thecity.com. And the subject line is increased security measures. And you see Leslie has written, thank you so much for checking in on me the other day. I do have many concerns about our security measures. The following are my ideas and bullet point ideas. So you see the email signature, and then what is the logo that you created?
So the thing is your profile picture.
And what is this? What is this logo? What's the picture supposed to do?
It's supposed to install, I guess this is more a Ren question.
Basically spyware on his computer.
And we haven't created it or rolled for it yet.
I was going to say, so we can, do it narratively, and then
Right.
let's do it mechanically to see how well it works. So,
Cool.
You're sending the email, we see the logo, the picture of you.
Yes.
Okay. So you send it.
Yep.
And now we need to roll for it.
Who? He roll? I roll?
I would assume... Well, since Ren created it...
Would it be like a
so
tag?
what's the purpose of this?
To spy on Pip Hamil's computer.
Okay.
Have access to everything that's going on.
Okay. So, what do you think? Do you think this would be an investigate to ask some questions? Would this be a sneak around to install it to see what happens in the future? I don't know. What do y'all think? Or change the game?
I would think maybe change the game.
Okay.
What was the other option? I was distracted by that.
It was change the game,
Sneak around or investigate.
sneak around, or investigate.
I think it'd be change the game.
Okay.
Because we're narratively creating an advantage for ourselves. Like I think Zach said.
Yeah.
And maybe it gives us a tag of access to his computer. So when we're...
Yeah.
If something comes up from the stakeout, we can use that tag to...
Like insider
see if we
info
can
or
find a link
something.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a tag that y'all could use later in your investigation.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Ren, go ahead and roll a change the game. What are you going to add to it?
I am adding high-tech laptop and planting a virus.
I think those two work perfectly. Yeah, and I don't think any of your weakness tags apply to it, so go ahead.
I don't think so either. What about, would data mining be attached to it?
Sure.
Okay. I got a 9.
A 9. So on a change the game, you get 3 juice, and you can create a story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, or give or reduce a status.
Okay, so I've got 3 juice. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
So I'll create a story tag.
Could we reduce our wanted using change the game?
I mean, it has to go along with what he's doing here in this
Yeah.
instant.
And then I'll use the other 2 juice to increase the status or something.
Well, you can't increase a story tag because a story tag is just
That's right.
it. That's it's 1.
Can I create multiple story tags?
You can.
So Pip's virus, and then what if I create a story tag like getting the information back to Tessa's computer? I don't know what to call that though. Virus transfer, information transfer,
Like file transfer?
file transfer.
Yeah,
Let's do that one.
backdoor transfer. What'd you say?
Backdoor works too.
Yeah, backdoor.
Okay, so a backdoor transfer, and then one more.
Front door transfer.
And then hidden.
Hidden. So
Yeah.
just a story tag of hidden.
Yeah.
Well, hidden would be a status because that's an adjective. Story tags are nouns, so you could do a
That's true.
hidden.
hidden file.
Okay. And what is this hidden file?
It's just a hidden file on the city computers that Tessa can, or Leslie can access.
Okay.
Like if they were to find out about the virus, they wouldn't be able to find where the file is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so if they find out about the virus and all the other stuff, they would have a harder time finding this hidden file that all the information's going to.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then we cut back to right now. Faye, as Leslie Williams, presses enter. The email sends, and I think we see like a cyberscape of the network, and like Wreck-It Ralph 2 or something like that. We see like the virus going through the tangle of networks and modems, and we see Pip in his nice press suit, slicked hair, green tie, big plastered smile even though there's nobody in his office. Accepts it, reads it over, and nods. And like we see like the little electrical tines spreading out from the logo, invisible to Pip, but clearly visible to us, the audience. Cool. What next?
I feel like now we're like trying to monitor his schedule via his computer so that Bill and I can plan our tailing or stakeout.
Okay. So you're wanting to see like what his daily schedule is?
Mm-hmm. We're looking for his evening activities.
Okay. Do you want to roll and investigate then? And who would roll this investigate?
I was going to say, if y'all want to do this, just the two of you, go for it. But we had originally done it because me and Ren were working on this, not thinking about the fact that that would be during the day. So if y'all needed me and Ren to join you, we could.
Well, I thought that the thing that we had going for us doing it is that he has his cloud and I can fly so that we can be a little bit more incognito. I thought that's why we did it that way.
You make good point.
Because I remembered that I can fly.
That's good. I'm glad.
Because you have wings.
Yep. You just been having Bill tug you along on this cloud all this time.
Finally, Bill looked over and he's like, "Why aren't you flying?"
Oh, come on. You can do a better Australian accent than that, Carrie.
Nope.
Aww.
We've learned that Carrie cannot do accents.
Aww.
You can.
No.
No, I can.
I cannot.
It just has to
Another
start with
shrimp on the Barbie.
Barbie. Yep. There it is.
There it is. That's the focus. That's the accent focus. Okay, so
I think it would make sense for Rin to do that.
Okay.
To
and
monitor the
investigate.
traffic and see if he sends any kind of communications about what he will be doing after work. And if he doesn't, we'll just follow him right out of work. You know? It's a win-win, even if he just goes to the grocery store.
Okay. So, did you want to use any of those tags you just made in this investigate?
Yes, I am using the story tag of hidden file to look at any of the information that's filtering in.
Okay. So since you're using that hidden file, that is going to be gone, since it is a one-use tag. Anything else you want to add to it?
Nope.
Do you think any of your weakness tags come into play?
I want to say sleepless nights.
Okay.
Or hacktivists.
Okay. How does that come into play narratively?
Because I was working on the virus on the previous night, and then also, working on the stuff with Deja as well, but I just spent the entire night working on something and just never slept.
Okay. So rolling an investigate with a +0, and you get 1 attention in hacktivist.
Yep. I got a 7.
Okay. So you get 1 question. What is your clue?
What is Pip's schedule?
What is Pip's schedule? So, you see he has different meetings.
Wait, is this one of the ones that can be foggy because he rolled a 7?
Yes.
We may not get a true answer of the schedule.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling.
I know. I have a feeling too. They were just gonna lie to us and kill Javi.
That's intense.
Oh, if you only knew what I had planned. Sorry, I went Tim Curry there for a second.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Anyways, so looking at for today, you see he has different meeting with, he's meeting with a land development team. He's meeting with some lawyers. He's meeting with Cooper Wheatley to go over security measures. A meeting with Mediterranean Enterprises. He has all these different meetings throughout the day, and then after you see he has a rally that he's speaking at, and then the rest of his night is open. Now you know Pip's schedule.
I send a text to Esther and Bill and just said, here's Pip's schedule. Maybe he's doing something later tonight after the gala.
And I said gala, and I used that term incorrectly because it's more of a rally. He's doing a speech.
Oh,
with
yeah.
people
okay.
there.
Okay. I text them. I don't think we can show our faces at the rally, so I don't know how we'll get more information there.
Yeah, we don't have to show our faces if it's me and Esther. We can fly.
Yeah, we saw how well that worked last time.
Okay. And do we cut from that scene? Do we go straight to the gala that night? Or gala, damn it! The rally from that night? Or what do we do?
Could we do a photo montage for Bill and I to prepare for said event?
Sure, we could totally have a photo montage. What do y'all do? And I can't... It's so funny that we still call it a photo montage, because that's what it was in the starter set rules, but in the core book rules, it is just called a montage, but we cannot break that habit.
Sorry, Amit.
Yeah, sorry. We love your game.
In this montage, can I do a montage as well?
Yeah, we could all do a montage. I think that's fine.
Let's montage it up.
Montage it up.
Who wants to say montage now?
I will start. I will say that in my montage, I am training on my cloud, doing the actual cloud surfing, because I don't want anything to go wrong, because it could cost us our lives. So I'm just flying around the island, jumping off of it and then landing on it, and doing a bunch of different acrobatic things on the cloud.
Okay. So you have a couple of options that you could do with your montage. What mechanically are you trying to do? Are you trying to give attention to one of your logos? Are you trying to work the case and gain 3 clues? Are you trying to explore your mythos by answering your mystery and gaining 1 clue about your mythos? Are you preparing for your next activity, or are you recovering from your last activity?
Preparing for my next activity.
Okay. Then you get to choose one. You recover all your burnt power tags, or you gain 3 juice with a method based on your description.
You cut out really bad. I'm sorry. What was that?
You recover all your burnt power tags, or you gain 3 juice with a method based on your description.
Well, let me look at my burnt power. I don't think I have many burnt power tags.
I don't think you have any.
No, I recovered last time. All right, let's do the 3 juice.
Okay. What do you want to use that 3 juice on?
I can use juice to create tags.
You can use juice to create a story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, or give or reduce a status. You could give yourself a... I'm trying to decide if this would be a story tag or a status, but you could give yourself a acrobatic maneuver story tag, which you can use later. That could be one of the juice that you use.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
I was just looking at your statuses, and you could use 2 of those juice to reduce your status. You have a hurt status, a 3 hurt status, and you could say by working out and stretching and stuff, you become more limber and you're not so hurt or sore by your wounds anymore, I guess.
When did we get hurt? Last time?
Yeah, it was from, I think Cooper Wheatley suplexed you into the ground.
Yeah, okay. So I'm down to hurt 1 now.
Okay, there we go.
Limbered up.
Yeah. Okay. That was a good use of that juice.
similar to Bill, Esther is wanting to prepare for the event ahead. And since she has done some flying in the last 3 months, she's wanting to like hone her skills because she knows like they cannot afford to screw up again. So she is like exercising and practicing and like working on like quick maneuvers and that kind of thing, so that she can like stay hidden and react quickly and that kind of thing.
Okay, so you're wanting to prepare for your next activity, so you get 3 juice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard 1 story tag in there, quick maneuvers.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 1 juice, quick maneuvers.
Well, and then like any other improvement that we agree on, I don't know what this should look like, but I'm just wanting to be like, I don't know, better at the skills with my war wings.
I guess you could give yourself a status skilled flyer.
Yeah, I like that. That would be a status, not a story tag. I know, I should know this. It's
well,
fine.
Statuses aren't inherently negative. You can have good statuses. So I guess it would function similar to a story tag, but it would be a status instead, and statuses can be scaled up. So you can have like a 3 status, where a story tag is only 1.
So could I make the skilled flyer a status 2? And so that would be a +2 on any checks that I use my wings for. I'm good with that.
Okay. And you have 1 more?
I want to maybe do like a story tag of like, I don't know, camouflage or something like that, to make myself more in disguise, like
sure,
some kind of disguise.
Cover of night?
Yeah.
Because owls are like, they're nighttime predatory animals. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bill has his photo montage. Esther has done hers. I would even like to think that like y'all do like a the only word I'm thinking of is like a dance, an aerial dance between you two, or like a mock combat scenario where you're training.
We're sparring.
Sparring, yeah, like some aerial sparring to train yourself over above the island as all the monster folk watch their savior fight this winged woman in the sky above them. Next.
All right, so I wanted to recover some of those old power tags. I wanted to pull up I guess go to the bathroom or something and grab and look at the mirror and pull out my toolkit for my cybernetic brain and start repairing it, and you can like hear the different whirring sounds, and there's like a mechanical drill, and I guess for a while there it felt like it was running on like low battery, I guess is the best way to put it. And so the blue glow wasn't as vibrant, and now that I'm like fixing it up, you see the blue glow getting a little bit brighter each time.
Okay, so you're tightening the screws, replacing wires where they need to go, making sure everything is working, and you recover your 3 burnt power tags for your digital data implants.
Yay! I'm useful again.
All right. And then going over to Tessa, what does Faye do with her photo montage?
Let's say that in Lockley and Catan's law office, there's an extra, like a spare room.
Okay.
And Woodard lets me set up like 2, old spare computers he has in there. So I want to prepare for the next activity.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use 1 juice to get rid of my slashed from a couple episodes ago.
Okay. How do you do that?
I would say that I've been treating it with my plants over the last couple weeks, and it's just now reached a point because it was only at a 1. So now it's like scabbed over.
Okay. So you heal that 1?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have 2 more juice.
Yes, and then I want to use 1 juice to maybe with Ren for narrative's sake, not mechanically, but like set up the computers, so make a story tag of command center.
Okay.
And then 1 juice to make a story tag for comms.
Okay. So you recover your status, and you have 2 story tags. One is command center, and the other is comms.
Yes.
Okay. And that is a communal tag, I would assume.
Yes.
That everybody can use, but you can only use it once. So if Rin uses it, nobody else can use it.
But why, if we use that to talk to each other once, why would that then go away?
Because that's how story tags work.
But is it just
Well,
if
it
we
wouldn't-
like count it?
Yes,
Like,
it's
we're
only if you
using
use it in a role.
I see.
Like, you can
okay.
communicate with each other,
Okay.
but once somebody uses it in a role to do something, it is mechanically gone.
That's
but
fine.
narratively,
Yeah.
you will still have them.
We
It's
can
not
still
like
talk to each other.
Rin says, "All right, I'm in position," and the comm links are dead.
That's what I thought.
That's what I was thinking
No,
too.
no,
That's
no.
why I was confused.
And I was like, that's rude.
No, sorry. No, it is mechanically, if you want to use it in a role, it's once. But it is narratively, yes,
Okay.
there.
So we all have a command center +1 and a comms +1. And then
Okay.
we also just narratively have 2 really old computers.
Okay.
And 4 really simple.
So, Faye, Water had me go get these from our garage sale. They're not real good, but I guess they'll work for now.
Thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate you picking them up. They'll do. We're working with bare bones now.
All right, good luck with whatever you're doing.
Thanks. And she whispers to herself, and hopefully people won't think to look for old computer traces.
And I guess, do we go to the rally? Okay. You get to the downtown area. There is a nice venue with a garden outside and nice glass windows. Very modern architecture, sloping roofs. I guess terraced sloping roofs with wide, open glass windows looking out to this garden area. And there are a lot of press people there, some security details, of course, because Pip Hamil has had an attempted assassination at least 3 times on his life now. Or at least that is how the city views it. There is some security detail. He is there. I guess he is inside giving his speech, and you see different security people inside, walking around outside. But where do we find Bill and Esther?
Is he inside of a venue, or is it like an outdoorsy?
No, he is definitely inside.
No, Siri. Not
No,
you.
Siri.
Not now.
Sorry.
I'm assuming that maybe we're like overhead, like kind of surveying the space. And when I see that there's a bunch of plant life outside, I turn to Bill and I say, "Damn it, we should have brought her." Of course there's plants.
Can we do a flashback?
Sure. Do you want to use your flashback, Bill?
I
or
want to
what
do a
for?
flashback because it does make sense not to use our actual names. So I wanted a flashback so we can have code names. You can call me Nighthawk.
Black Velvet.
Ugh.
I can't call you that. I'll call you Jeffrey.
I'll call you Jeffrey.
You can call me
How about we call
Owl
you
feather,
Harry?
night owl,
No.
black feather, black wing.
Black Feather.
Call me Althea. I don't know.
Okay, she's Althea,
You can call me Blondie.
Blondie.
Thinking about it.
And then Rin, what is your code name?
Velvet Thunder.
Velvet Thunder. Okay, so we got Nighthawk, Althea, Blondie, and Velvet Thunder. Okay, so we don't really have to spend a flashback to do that.
Let it be
Okay.
noted that when I said that you can call me Althea,
Mhm.
I spelled it OWLTHEA.
That's very important
Althea.
information. So everybody has their code names.
All right. Should we go a few circles around and see what's going on here?
Just like we practiced.
All right. Flight engaged.
Okay. And I don't think you need to roll anything for this. I think y'all just kind of case the joint, unless you're wanting to get some, like, investigate or anything like that. But I think y'all just fly around. You see the venue. Like I said, a lot of security. There are people inside. Pip Hamil is delivering his address to everybody. You just do a once around and you don't really see anything.
We wait.
Okay. Are y'all waiting on a rooftop or are y'all flying? Like, is Esther continuously flapping her wings? Or what?
I think she can rest on the cloud.
Okay.
So
yeah, but I would say, like, we're still in the air.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Time passes. Pip's speech wraps up. He talks to some different people in the audience, shakes hands, laughs, and then a security escort walks up to him, escorts him to a rear door. A black SUV pulls up. He steps into it. Security detail steps into it with him, and then they drive off, leaving the venue.
We follow.
Okay.
From the sky.
Yes, from the sky. You spread your wings. Bill, you hunker down on your cloud and you follow. Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 62 of Misconceptions. I'm your host, David White, and hello to all of you. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that you are practicing healthy living and social distancing in the case of, infection, so that you do not infect somebody with a lower immune system than you. I hope that you are all being safe out there, and if you are under self-isolation or quarantine, I hope that you are finding some way to pass the time so that you're not going crazy. And if you are choosing to listen to us during the coronavirus quarantine, thank you, and I hope that we give you some sort of joy during this very stressful and anxious time. Of course, it's stressful all over. It has been very stressful at our house, trying to figure out how to get through this global pandemic with an 11-month-old, kind of thinking through, like, where can we go? What can we get? What do we need to get? What is left to get? Because everybody's just buying stuff they don't need. But it's been a very, very stressful time for us here. It's been so stressful that I forgot to post a preview clip on Friday, like I usually do, to get people hyped about the episode. Just ran out of time and totally forgot to do that. And speaking of running out of time, this episode is getting done last minute. Usually I have episodes ready to go like a week or half a week at least. I have them ready to go in advance. But this one's just getting done barely in time. So I'm sorry that there's no preview clip, but I hope that you are still able to enjoy this episode, especially if you are sick and under the weather with this crappy coronavirus. And I just want to say that you are going to get through it, and you are going to get better, and you are going to get well. Just take your medicine, drink your orange juice, get your rest. Like Daniel Tiger says, when you're sick, rest is best. Rest is best. We've been watching a lot of Daniel Tiger with our 11-month-old son while we've been home. But anyways, as you know, we are trying to get to $400 a month on our Patreon. At this level, I will be able to afford to pay my friends and the collaborators and performers on Sins of the Father and Misconceptions, the two shows of the Misconceptions podcast network. And this is going to be a step in the right direction, giving back to them for the amazing work they do each and every episode. And I'm very excited to be able to do that. And right now, we are less than $100 away. I think we're around $80 away, which is not a whole lot. And I'm very, very anxious to get to that $400 level so I can afford to pay my friends and so we can record this crossover episode between Sins of the Father, between Misconceptions. Both of the casts are super excited for their characters to interact. They're already thinking about who they would interact with and how they would interact with that character. And it's going to be a lot of fun, but we're only going to be able to do it if we get to that $400 a month level. If you have not given to us yet on our Patreon, I implore you to do so. You do not have to give a lot. The $1 level, the $2 level will go a long ways. And if you don't think that, well, they don't really need my $1 or my $2 a month, it's not going to make that much of a difference. If every single person that listens to this show gave $1 or $2 a month, we would be able to smash through that $400 a month goal. If you are sitting on the fence thinking my $1, my $2 won't do anything, it will, and we would vastly appreciate it. So there is a link down in the show notes. Please consider giving the $1, the $2 level. Either of those are very, very affordable. You won't even be able to recognize it coming out of your bank account every month, and we would put it to good use. Now, if you want to go for a little bit of the sweet sauce, at the $5 level, you get access to Misconceptions After Hours, which is, of course, our collection of raw and unedited episodes. It's always fun to hear us get off topic and sing songs. That's mainly Tessa and Carrie, just singing Disney songs or pop songs or what have you. But also at the $5 a month level, we have begun to release a new Patreon exclusive show called Misconceptions Side Quests. And in these side quests, we explore a different range of RPGs and characters and stories. And so far to date, we have recorded 3 separate side quest series. And they are a lot of fun. I'm very excited for you to get to listen to them, but you're only going to be able to listen to them if you give at the $5 or more level on our Patreon. And just to show you what you are missing, here is a clip from our first Misconceptions Side Quest series, our Cyberpunk series. As you're walking your way through, you feel something pressed against the small of your back. Hello, Mazer.
I hope you've learned how to use that since our last meeting. You were left in a pile of blood last time.
The only one leaving in a pile of anything will be you, Mazer. And Blondie grabs you by the shoulder and spins you around. You come face to face with Blondie, and you see that from the jaw down to her clavicle has been replaced with like this cybernetic neck. And you remember, yes, last time I cut that off of her. And instead of her mouth moving, there's like this little screen where her vocal cords would be, and there's like this little waveform that goes across as she is speaking. So cool. We have you in our sights, Mazer. You're not leaving this bar alive. So, if that sounds pretty interesting to you, consider giving at the $5 a month level. You will be able to listen to the rest of that episode, the other 2 episodes in that series, and every side quest we released hereafter. We appreciate all of our patrons. This show would not be possible and would definitely not be as polished as it is without their support. I want to give a shout out to our newest patron, Jonathan Wicks. Jonathan, I thank you so much for giving to us at the level that you do. You are really making a difference, and you are helping us reach that $400 a month goal. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Don't delete this episode once we get to the credits, because after the credits, we're going to have a little geek out session. So be sure to stick around for that. And I'll go ahead and say that in our geek out, we forgot to do a foreshadowing roll. To roll for our Nemesis, or Nemesis, and see which one would show up next session. So that's on us. We just forgot to do that. But anyways, the geek out's still fun, and you should listen to it. Alright, that's enough out of me. Let's get back to the episode. So you follow the SUV. It pulls up to a brownstone in a nicer part of the city, with a lot of other manicured, not lawns, but manicured topiaries, and the street is very clean here. The SUV pulls up. Pip Hamil steps out, goes inside, and the security detail goes inside with him. And then the SUV, I guess it stays there for the night. What do y'all do?
So his security detail stays in their car?
2 security guards went inside the brownstone with him.
What is the brownstone?
A brownstone, so it's like a nice apartment. So think of the Sesame Street show, like they're always on that stoop leading up to an apartment.
Okay.
A brownstone is an apartment. It's like the whole building, but it's just for them. It's not like an apartment complex. It's just...
Yeah, like a little townhome almost.
Yeah, kind of like a townhome. That would be another way to say it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to see if there's roof access?
Yeah.
Alright. He's just gonna be sleeping because he's super boring. But, okay.
Unless he has some underground lair that he's in.
That's true.
I'm gonna go look at the roof.
Okay. Y'all flit over.
When we get to the roof access, I look at you and say, "What's the plan?"
Well, I was wondering if Velvet Thunder could get some surveillance stuff going on in this attic area, so it'll be easier to keep tabs on this guy.
I was thinking something similar as well.
Alright, do we want to go in and see what it looks like?
I think one of us could go in.
Okay. I'll go in.
Okay. Bill, I believe you now need to roll a sneak around.
Okay. How big is this access? Could I fly into it so as to not make footsteps?
I think you could use your cloud to kind of get in there gently, but I think once you're inside, your cloud kind of dissipates.
Okay, that's fair. So I'll try to use it to get in.
Like you could use your float like a butterfly to like step into it gently.
Sure. Alright, so I'll use stealthy and float like a butterfly.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
Okay. Would your hurt 1 status come into play with this?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll with a +1.
I hope you're happy.
Oh man. Rolled a 6. Okay. So you open up like the like let's say there's like a balcony window that you kind of ease open and you kind of step into it and lightly step down, and there's just a faint creak in the floorboards as you land.
Alright. So I'm inside.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Alright. Everyone, I'm inside the dragon's lair. I think I want to see what I can see.
Good idea. Go for it.
Yeah,
The only
do it.
idea we have.
So what I have to, David, I'm guessing I'd have to sneak, like continue sneaking?
No. I mean, this whole what you're doing is sneak around.
Oh man. Okay.
We don't have to keep rolling for every single thing.
Okay.
But you, there are, it's like a narrow hallway with some doors on either side, and then a staircase that kind of crooks around and goes down to the first floor. But there are 3 doors, 2 on your left, 1 on your right.
Alright. I'm gonna head towards the staircase.
Okay. You head towards the staircase, and you look down.
Yep.
There are no lights on in the first floor, and there is no noise.
I'm gonna sneak down the stairs.
Okay. Sneak down the stairs. Just slight creaks as your cowboy boots kind of press into the nice carpet here. You get down to the first floor. Once again, eerily quiet. And there is a kind of an open parlor area for entertaining guests. A nice sofa. some nice china. It's empty. Take a few steps in. You see a dining room with a nice glass cabinet full of similar china, a nice long dining table, a chandelier which is not lit up. Connected to that is a kitchen. Doesn't seem to have been used in a while. You step a little further. There's a nice bathroom, a guest bathroom, but that is the downstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna walk into the kitchen. Is there a pantry?
There is.
Does it have a light switch inside of it?
There is.
I'm gonna flip the light switch on.
It turns on.
There's power?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it back off.
Okay.
And I'm going to sneak back upstairs.
Okay. Esther, it's been a while since you heard from Bill.
Nighthawk, what do you see?
It seems like nobody's living here.
Could there be a basement somewhere?
I can keep looking. I begin to search.
I think as you're talking and you like come out of the pantry after pressing on the back panel, you see in the darkness of the kitchen, you see the two security guards that walked in with Pip Hamil. Big, muscular, sunglasses on, wearing three-piece suits, black tie, white collar. They're standing there with their arms heavily by their sides, and they see you come out of the pantry.
So they're standing in the kitchen?
Yep, staring right at you.
Hey guys, I was thirsty for some water. I'm gonna go back to bed now, though. I'm gonna try to walk upstairs.
Okay. As you say
black.
that, and as you
it's pitch black.
As you say that, and as you take a step, one of them charges straight at you.
Oh my! Mayday! Mayday!
Mayday! Oof! What do you do, Bill?
I think the smart thing is to try to evade and escape. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. Why did you roll a face danger against a grapple 2 status?
I'm going to invoke a weakness tag that doesn't know when to walk away. I'm going to use float like a butterfly and smoke screen. I'm going to try to pull in a smoke screen from the upstairs window, and I'm going to float like a butterfly to move much farther than they're expecting me to. I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7. Okay. So you still take a grabbed 1 status as the security guard wraps his meaty hands around your shirt, kind of grabbing you with his fists. And the other one reaches over to the knife block and takes out a knife and starts to come around the island towards you.
Would it be possible for me to see anything from a window if I was down on that level?
If you got down to that level, sure.
I'd like to get down on that level and try to take a shot.
Okay, you go down to that level. You look in. You can barely see Bill grappling with somebody as another somebody is coming around the corner. And you want to take your shot?
Yeah, I want to take a shot at the one coming around the corner.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit with all you've got.
I'm going to use the Rusted Trusted Cobra. Would I be reacting before it happens? Because, like, is this the one that's grabbing a knife?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reacting before it happens?
Hit with all you've got with a +2.
Bad. 6.
Okay. So you shoot your gun in the residential area. So you shoot, it shatters the glass, shards go everywhere. I think it maybe hits the chandelier and rocks it, sends some stuff flying around. The bodyguard turns and looks out the window to see you just kind of hovering there, I guess. And so he is going to run towards you,
so
and as he does, he takes his knife and he chunks it through the open window at you. Roll a face danger against a cut 1 status.
So is there any way I can use my cover of night and quick maneuvers?
Okay.
9.
A 9. So it sails right past where you were and just barely misses you. Faye and Rin, you are hearing this kerfuffle happen over your comms.
Do y'all need backup?
I can jam any outgoing or incoming calls to give you guys some time.
That would be helpful. Everything else, it's too late.
Okay, that was a little dramatic.
Well, it is. I mean, how are y'all going to get here very fast?
Yes, you make good points. I would like to remind you both that you can fly away.
So, Rin, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, that's my plan, but Bill's stuck in there. I can't leave him.
I understand.
I'm gonna change the game and create like a story tag about like blocking communications, basically.
Okay. What are you going to add to it?
I want to maybe even like possess, instead of like jamming communications, like I don't know how to like create a device real quick, RQ.
Real quick. Creating a device really quick?
Or
like
or,
in this
or maybe just in this scenario making myself the jammer. Just being there.
You could. You are nowhere near where they are though. And I think if you wanted to do this, I think it might be a stop holding back. To kind of throw out your consciousness across the miles of the city to create like this null silent technology zone where they are.
What
do you think?
That is true. That does sound like a stop holding back because I never actually went with them. Well, this sounds like fun. I could replace another theme.
I would say this would be a significant, not a no return.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll use... So with significant, it would be putting a fade in it.
On a 7 through 9, mark fade or crack and burn all the power tags on one theme. On a 10 plus, mark fade and crack on one theme.
Okay, I'll do stop holding back and basically like transfer, like you said, transfer my consciousness to that area to jam communications.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a stop holding back. You roll plus logos. You have 3 logos themes. Go ahead and roll with a +3.
That was okay.
An 8. So you are going to mark fade in your digital data implant. So you get 1 fade. And you also burn all those tags.
Perfect.
But tell us, how does this look? Describe the scene for us as you cast your machine possession across the city and to this specific location.
So you see Ren get down, like he was like standing and just like listening to comms, and like now he kind of gets down on his knees and places his hands on the ground. Then he places one hand on his temple, and you see this like blue aura go out of his temple, and then you see it just shoot across the sky like a lightning bolt to the mansion area that they're at, and it like hits the ground, hits the grass right in front of Pip Hamil's house, and you just see these like spider webs of blue energy shoot out, and you hear like crackles here and there of like phones powering down and things being shorted out. And
yeah, I think you as Ren can feel there were calls that were like in the process of being dialed and made. The shot was heard. People quickly grabbed their phones to call because this is a nice neighborhood. Gunshots usually don't happen here. So they make this call, and then your consciousness just like plucking, like popping bubbles floating through the air. You take these signals and you disrupt them. And your consciousness like casts this wide net that's blocking all these outgoing calls.
Yeah.
We go back inside the townhome. Bill, what are you doing?
I'm being grabbed.
Uh-huh.
So at this point, with like everything that just happened. I think I have to fight. So I'm going to fight.
Okay.
So let's do tattoo manipulation.
Are you trying to get free or are you trying to hurt this person?
I'm trying to hurt this person.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit with all you've got.
All right. And I'm also using blunt force trauma.
Okay. A 9. So you automatically inflict a tier 2 status, and you get to choose one of these options. You take cover or secure a superior position. You get them good or get many of them. You control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention, or you gain the upper hand.
Could I remove the grabbed tag by securing superior position?
If you gain the upper hand, you could take 1 juice, and you could use that juice to reduce your status.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so go ahead and describe how does this look.
All right. So he's grabbed the left part of my shirt, I am imagining. He also gets a little distracted by the gunshot and his partner throwing a knife out of the window. I take advantage of that, and I craft a cudgel and just whack him right in the temple, and he gets kind of dazed, and I pull free from his grip.
Okay. Actually, as your cudgel connects with the temple of his head, you hear this loud crunching noise, and the part of his face that you hit just crumples in and concaves, and bits of his skull and face and skin start to fall away, and this security guard just falls like a ton of bricks on the ground in front of you with a huge hole in his head.
Am I stronger? I'm gonna be like, what the?
Look at the glowing cudgel in your hand. What? Esther, what are you doing?
Getting the heck out of there. After he threw the knife at me, I immediately flew back up to the roof. And I'm gonna let Bill know something with the comms. Well, I know, but it's like a weird transition because, anyways, I'm talking to Bill now. I don't know. I'm back on the roof. Do you want me to wait for you?
Yeah. If you want to fly, you can. Just don't leave quite yet.
I'm waiting.
Maybe give me a bird's eye view. All right, David, what does this other jokester do?
This other security guard runs to the window and kind of places his hands on it and is looking out, seeing where Esther went, and he kind of I guess he catches just the leg of her disappearing over the roof, and then turns around to run upstairs, but then comes face to face with you still in the kitchen, with the other security guard just dead on the ground.
He's dead?
Did you not hear the description? His skull crumpled in, pieces of his skin just fell away. He had a huge hole in his head and he fell to the ground.
Are these the first non-supernatural things we faced, and so we're just demolishing them?
You don't know. But you have one of them in front of you.
All right, unless you want to end up like that guy, you need to start talking now.
Oh, are you trying to threaten him?
Yep. As I'm standing over his dead friend.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a convince.
All right. I don't think I actually want to kill him, so maybe this is a good bluff.
Okay, so good bluff.
And risk taker.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, 2d6 plus 2?
Yep.
I don't imagine my hurt tag would really affect this one, yeah?
No, it definitely wouldn't.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Okay. So you roll a 7, so they give in a little, but they protect their own agenda. So the way convince works is you tell them what to do, and you give them a stick, and a stick is a status of what will happen to them if they do not comply, and the stick is equal to your power. So what status of 2 would happen to them if they do not listen to what you say?
Dead. 2.
Okay. Let's do a wounded 2 status.
Yeah. Okay.
His dead is 6.
Okay.
So a wounded 2 status is what you were threatening him with. And he just he pauses in the window, looking at you.
You need to start talking. Where's your boss? Why isn't he here? And why does all this stuff look like it's not used? Where's he really?
The security guard does not respond.
Do you have any handcuffs or zip ties on you? No? All right. Is his friend wearing a belt?
He is.
I'm going to take his friend's belt off in the most non-sexual way possible.
Just take it off nice and slow.
Yeah. You put his hands behind him and cinch the belt over his wrist.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take his belt off and do the same thing around his ankles.
Okay. And he complies, not wanting to be wounded. And you leave him tied up there.
And I gag him because I don't want him screaming.
Okay.
And
You stuff a sock in his mouth? His own used sock?
Maybe I'll do a tie or something.
You take the tie off of his dead companion and stuff it in his mouth.
It's covered in blood.
Oh, God.
No, there is no blood.
And I'm going to be like, all right, stay put. And I go upstairs.
You have 3 rooms. 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
I'm going to put my ear up to the first door on the left.
You hear nothing.
I'm going to put my ear up to the first door on the right.
You hear nothing.
I put my ear up to the second door on the right.
You hear nothing.
I'm going to open the door that I'm standing in front of.
Okay. It is a bathroom.
All right. I'm going to open the other of the 2 rooms.
It is a study. And it is empty.
All right. And then I'm going to extra stealthily open the other door.
You open it up into a bedroom with a large bed, nice dresser, a walk-in closet, but probably most notable in this room is Pip Hamil, standing with his back to you, arms at his side, just looking into the darkness.
What? So he's standing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, are there any, devices that look like they're charging him?
No. Nothing that you can see from where you are.
So does he hear me open the door or anything, or no?
If he does, he doesn't seem to react to it.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Okay. You walk up to him. You get as close as you dare. He still does not seem to react.
I'm gonna take a selfie. No, I'm just kidding. Guys?
Yes.
What is it, Nighthawk?
I think Pip Hamil is like a robot or something. I'm in his room and he's just standing here. And there was a gunshot. And he's just looking straight ahead, standing in an upright position.
Maybe he's in a trance.
I guess he could be.
Can you take him down?
I don't know. David? Oh, wait. First, is he breathing?
His back is still to you.
I'm gonna walk around the front of him.
Okay. You walk around the front of him, and you see unnaturally pasted on his face is that wide, shining, silver smile, and his eyes are just staring off into nothing. His chest is not moving. You do not hear any breathing. And the closer you get to him, you smell this sweet scent, that reminds you of simpler times with your wife and your son. Brings back these happy memories of times gone by, but you cannot quite place what that smell is from. Rin, you are projecting your consciousness, blocking all the outgoing calls, but you feel the limit of your powers being reached as more and more calls are going out, almost like whenever you put your hand up to that ball and all the electricity comes into it, or comes off of it. Like all these calls are hitting against the barrier of your consciousness, almost breaking your mind. You cannot hold on to this much longer before the calls get out.
Guys, I'm losing connection. You guys need to get out of there quick. I don't think I can hold on much longer.
All right. I'm going to run out.
Bill, don't you dare leave him. This is your shot.
Oh. So as you get to the window, Faye whispers into the comlink at your ear.
My shot to kill a robot? What would that do for us? What if they would just make another?
Our shot to learn something. We don't know he's a robot. We don't know if he's in a trance. We don't know.
The police will be here soon enough. What do you want me to look for? What do you want me to do?
Rin, you can only hold on to this for a few more seconds.
What if we kidnap him?
So I was gonna say,
Can you take him with you?
Alright. I go back into the room.
Rin, at this moment, more and more phone calls start to slip through your consciousness as it is slowly perforated like Swiss cheese, and your concentration breaks.
You've got to get out of there. I can't control the calls getting out anymore.
Alright. Okay. So I run back in the room and I pick him up. Does he do anything, David?
Nope. He stays pretty rigid.
Oh my god.
We're just kidnapping his robot. It's fine.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
And I think since you ran back in there, you need to take the risk.
Oh.
Police sirens wail in the distance and start getting closer.
Okay. Risk taker. Float like a butterfly, and then cloud surfing, because the goal is to get in there quickly, grab him, jump out, and surf away.
Okay. Oh, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 12. That kid's done.
Yep. So Bill runs back in, grabs Pip Hamil, slings him over his shoulder, jumps out the window, conjures a cloud, books it into the night, Esther following behind him with her owl wings, just as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police vehicles arrive at Pip Hamil's residence. Cops run inside, and we just cut to the two of you surfing through the clouds, and the camera sees the two of you from the back and just slowly zooms up on Pip Hamil's unnaturally smiling face. End of episode. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Misconceptions. We will be back with our next episode on March 30th. If you have Facebook or Twitter, you can find us on both of those platforms. Be sure to give us a like or follow so you can get up-to-date information about the show, advanced preview clips for next episodes, and just chat with us, because we'd love to hear from you. We also have an email, mistconceptionspod@gmail.com. You can email us there if you would like to do that. We, of course, have a Patreon, and we are currently trying to get to $400 a month. If you would like to support us monetarily, please consider doing that. But you can also leave us a rating and review on iTunes, and we would appreciate that as well. City of Mist is an RPG created by Son of Oak. You can find more of their products at sonofoak.com. The Misconceptions theme music was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his music at aaronwharton.net. And that is all for this week. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
gosh. That's so weird.
Yep.
Whew.
right.
Okay.
So, let's talk about those 2 episodes. Yeah, that I mean, it's all narrative and, whatever y'all do affects the world, but all you had to do,
entire
Jaime,
world.
all you had to do was open one of the upstairs door. This whole, just going downstairs and doing all that.
Pantry. I made a sandwich.
Yeah, that was... once you rolled your 6 and you failed your sneak around, I knew you were going to fight the 2 bodyguards, but I thought you would fight them upstairs because they were in the room with Pip. So I just figured that you would open up the bedroom door, walk in there, see Pip, fight the dudes. And then you were like, maybe there's a basement, and you were looking for the basement, and I was like, there's no basement. I have to do something to get him out of here. So...
Goodness.
Yeah.
So you blew up the bar.
Did I kill that dude?
Oh my gosh, how many times are you going to ask that?
Yes, you did kill him.
You did not check his vital signs, but you did leave him with a giant hole in the side of his head.
Why is he so
their
weak?
brains?
Huh?
But were their brains?
You weren't there.
Questions we should have asked.
But I didn't think it would just kill him.
Well,
I thought it would knock him out.
There was no blood.
There's no blood?
I did mention that. Whenever you said you grabbed the tie and there was blood on it, I said there is no blood.
Oh, okay. He's just a robot. No biggie.
He a robot. It's okay.
robots are people too.
They're by definition not people. I think our wanted might go up or something because we have the mayor of the city. Like, have y'all seen? Has everybody seen iZombie?
Yes.
We haven't finished it.
I have.
I don't think I finished it either, but it's a good show. We're working our way through it, and whenever the mayor ends up missing, like people, or even he was a DA. Like, the entire force was like doing everything they could to find him.
Yeah, I mean, you are definitely wanted, and kidnapping the mayor probably isn't going to help that.
That's intense.
But hey, that's what Faye asked.
I was like, are you serious?
Esther suggested it as well.
Thank you.
First.
But he was on his way out, and Faye said...
No,
Esther suggested it way before that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but
he didn't
he
pick
didn't
up on
react to it. He was on his way out, and that's when Faye also said...
I didn't make him. I asked him.
I didn't make him. Yeah.
I didn't go eat his baby.
We had so many technical issues in this recording session. We were supposed to record from 12 to 5. It is now 7:53. We started at 3.
Go into the tree?
Maybe one day we'll record without technical issues.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
You're probably right. But anyways.
I want to play.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
There's been so many episodes.
I
where I've
wasn't
been
trying to leave you out.
Go team, go! Super proud. I must send an email.
Except for you're not super proud. You're super mad.
Yeah, have you rolled at all this season yet?
I rolled once and got snake eyes. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes.
You haven't rolled except for once. Meanwhile, 6. Bill, how many times did you roll today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Some of them were joke rolls.
6, 7. Yeah, you rolled a couple times today.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely rolled like 4 or 5.
Doing stuff.
I rolled a lot too.
Yeah.
I think it was just me and Bill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Esther shut out a window.
She did.
You're welcome.
And thanks to Esther, I had to burn all my tags
No, aren't you so glad you got all your tags back just to burn them?
I really wanted to say don't shoot, but I didn't want to impede and affect another person's ability to play the game. So that's why I said she can do whatever she wants.
I was like, I know this is bad, but I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
So I was just like, it made things much more interesting, because if Zach hadn't done that, I don't know, we probably wouldn't have even figured out that Pip Hamil was some kind of weird robot thing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what y'all do with that information.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what we do with him.
Yep.
Hopefully he doesn't have some kind of like beacon or something.
Good thing we have an abandoned island that we can take him to.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
This is intense. Oh.
Yeah, this season's really intense.
I think that's the frustrating thing for me, is that every scene is intense and it's like, I don't know what to do. So that's fun.
It's almost as if it's well written or something.
I don't know about that.
Thanks, babe.
I'm just kidding.
That clip audio is so bad.
I'm just kidding.
So, David, I want to ask, have you figured out what you think the end is for this season?
I mean, I have plot threads and I have ideas, and as y'all uncover them, I mean, they'll become more apparent, but I don't.
You have like a direction, but not like a...
Yeah, like I have ideas.
He hasn't written Endgame yet.
No. I have ideas for what the end could be, and so if y'all reach one of those ends, then I will use that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have one specific ending in mind, because this isn't a book, it's a game. And so as y'all play, it will change.
Right.
Ren has to kill his friend.
That's true. So we had this huge reveal. Everybody knows what Ren's target, or whose Ren's target is. What do y'all think about that?
Glad it's not me.
Yeah, I was glad it wasn't me.
I think everybody was sweating that it was gonna be them.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think that was the best part.
Me.
And when you just stare at your camera, Zach, it looks like you're looking at all of us. Anyone who's looking back at the camera is like, why is he looking at me like that?
Yeah.
It's like, stop staring at me.
Yeah. So that's a big reveal. We'll see what Ren does with that.
Yep.
How is she gonna bring about the end of, like, is she like some kind of secret spy?
Yeah. She is the real Pip.
Do not know. Only David has the answers.
Zach doesn't know.
No, I don't.
We sat down one day and we kind of talked about who would be like the most narratively powerful person for him to target, and he decided Don Deja. But I have not told him why he has to assassinate Deja, besides that he has to save the future.
Maybe it's because she would bear him a son. And his son would destroy the universe.
The progeny of Ren Pascal will bring about the end of worlds.
I can see it.
Yeah. Me and David have a secret love affair as Ren and Deja.
Yeah.
Connor was right the whole time.
Yeah, anything else to take away from those two episodes?
It seems like the first episode for us is always slower.
Yeah.
It's like build up. But I do think this episode needed to be slower because we had to sit down and realize more planning was needed and how important it was to communicate those plans with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think will set us up for quicker episodes in the future, because we can actually take the first 10 minutes or so to be like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my notes that I was making throughout this episode, I I put that like Bill and I were training so that we would not fail because we could not fail, and then we failed. So that was good. I feel positive about that.
I was trying to think of moves y'all could make that y'all could apply those tags to, but once y'all went inside, I was like, well, they're not going to be aerialing anymore.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I seem to be in a process of, in the same way that Esther was last season, of always being hurt by something. I seem to be in a process of always burning all my tags.
Yeah, having
one of
all
my
your mythos tags
for one of my themes that are super important.
Yeah, and your digital data implants is your only mythos. And 3 of those tags were burned, and now all 5 of them are burned.
Yep. That's fun.
Yeah. So are we ready to answer the Geek Out questions?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go. I feel like very similar to last Geek Out, the crew is under almost straining, like, because as you can see, we're pushing our limits, right? Like, in order to get ourselves out of planned scenarios, we're having to burn all of our power tags and like exert to the max, almost as if we're like at the end of a video game and you're having to, like almost die or use all of your abilities and stuff like that as things get harder and harder. So I don't know. I think our crew is rising to the occasion, but also expending a lot of mental, physical, and like mythical energy to do such.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying your crew is growing? So are you saying that you are meeting the identity of we will always have each other?
I do think we're growing, but I guess I'm saying the method of our growing is almost like, I mean, it's similar to weightlifting. Like, it is taking a lot of strain in order for us to grow.
So do you think your crew theme is under strain?
I think our crew is strained, but I don't think our crew theme is under strain. I probably could have used a better word.
Okay. So what are you trying to do mechanically? Are you trying to recover a burnt crew power tag or mark attention on your crew theme? Or are you trying to give help points to your crewmates?
I think attention.
Okay. So you think that you are all meeting the we will always have each other identity. Okay. So go ahead and mark attention on your crew theme. And then who next?
Esther will go next. I am not sure if this is right, but we'll go with it, and then you can tell me I'm wrong. I would say that my theme that has the most strain right now is Daddy's Girl, because my tag Javi the Cop is under a lot of strain. I don't know how that looks because it's like a specific tag that's under strain or like being strained or whatever. So I don't know, but it feels like that relationship is cracking.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because your dad is not here anymore, and Javi is kind of this tangible connection you have to him, and you're faltering with that, and your bar burned down, of course, but now you're really disconnected from the bar because your hideout was discovered.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I agree. What if you lose your Daddy Girls theme? A new mythos is going to pop up in its place, because as one vacuous hole is left, either your normal life or your mythological life will fill it. So what part of Athena do you think is going to manifest in you? You already have your Al ring, you have your war ring, or not your war ring, your war wings. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking something with the wisdom, like some kind of like.
Okay. I mean, your owl ring is kind of a manifestation of the wisdom already.
Okay.
The way I look at it, your wisdom is your owl ring, warfare is your war wings. You don't have a handicraft yet, but this is your character, so what do you think?
What do you mean a handicraft? Because my ring does the doesn't it do? Yeah, my ring does armor.
Yeah, but maybe you could have a mythos of creating things and shaping them, like taking a piece of wood and running your hands across it to make it and fashion it into something or something like that.
Like make weapons.
Kind of, maybe.
So maybe.
But what do you think? You were going along with your wisdom from earlier.
Yeah, I was just gonna like something because like this has like my life lessons and my fighting. So like something that would replace that. Like now my focus is on like doing things for the team and for our end goal at this time kind of thing. So like I think I'll do the wisdom, but I'll focus it on part of the wisdom is like the creating of weapons.
Okay. Rin or Faye, what about you?
Do you want me to go, Faye?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So the thing that I feel like is, or the theme that I feel like is under the most strain is my Pascal and Associates. Which is interesting because it's got 2 attention and 2 cracks as well.
Yeah.
So, could be doing something with it, or it could just be destroyed.
Yeah. So we've... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about futuristic transportation, flying car, portal gun. But I know off mic, you and I talked about having a like portable disguise or being able to disguise myself or possibly other people.
Yeah, so some sort of cloaking device.
Yeah, I guess cloaking device is probably the best way to put it.
Okay. So if you lose Pascal and Associates, that logos is gone. Your mythos gives you a new tool to accomplish your mission. So you say it would be some sort of disguise or cloaking device.
Yeah, and I feel like if it would be like a cloaking device, some of the tags could be like being invisible or disguising myself as a different person more effectively and things like that.
Yeah, like a holographic image or something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I like it. And then Tessa.
I am going to give a help point to each person. Ren for doing the command center with me. And then Bill and Esther, because they both mentioned multiple times, like, how they were happy that I was there to help them and plan and stuff like that. And like hearing that on the comms and stuff. So feeling appreciated and stuff. So help point for each of them.
Sure. That's good. I guess that is the end of our geek out. And then we'll end it there.